Alright, I guess those rail workers have taken the day off mostly. Putting this train track back in order. Changing out the rails or the ties, and yeah, there's a big project through here. This whole rail line, however far it goes. Yeah, I think they're done playing baseball on this field. On Lions Field. They made that sign so that it could see, so that people on the bridge or the road could see. Whew. It is, oh man, you can really, my stick falls through about 4 inches. My stick falls kind of deep in there. It's like a peat. It's like a bog or something floating above water. Oh, yeah, thanks. Oh, what?
Oh, we just unlocked the gate.
So?
Just unlocked our gate.
It's unlocked, yeah. Alright, I'm in Alexandria at a sports complex. Alexandria, Louisiana. Car seems to be holding up okay. I just want to hang out here and relax. I was quite tired today from the court hearing in Natchitoches. The stress really tired me out. Alright, I'm in Alexandria, and I just want to say that I've been burping extra hard. It's gotten worse. I also have a case of the icky butt from something I probably sat on. One of those toilets, porta potty or toilet regular. Getting further south, I should probably expect more infections. But I mean, it's just weird because I'm burping more. I think I have an infection up above and then down below. All right, I'm gonna try. I'm getting more concerned about it, so I'm gonna try some of my ideas a little bit further on how to deal with this. I want to crush milk thistle seed and burdock seed, and then consume those contents and hope for the best. Alright, I crushed up pretty good, and now I just dry scoop it. This is what bodybuilders do, is dry scoop their supplements. Yep. I taste the burdock. Alright, I just want a little water. Got rotten milk in here. So, I mean, I really can't believe entirely that consuming more of things are going to correct my digestive disorder exactly. But it kind of works sometimes. I will say that I do need to pop my back again. That it affects a lot in my upper regions. And, well, it's a little stiff when I take the deep breaths. When I get stiff in the back, taking deep breaths, I know I'm gonna have further problems. My heart and my digestion also are included. It's not just the back popping out of place, it's like it causes problems. And I was warned about that back in the early 90s when it first happened. All right, I just want to say I've been laughing, and it's strange because I know that the spiny seed, the thistle seed. I know the thistle seed is supposed to elevate mood, and it's supposed to focus on the liver, improve your mood. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, it's only been a few minutes. I was thinking to myself, and I just started laughing to myself a little more than I normally do. And I'm like, oh my God, no way this milk thistle is kicking in that fast. I crushed it. So it's gonna be hitting me a little bit harder. The burdock seed's hitting a little harder. But it elevates the mood, and I'm like, wow, why am I laughing? Is it hitting that hard that fast? It's strange, but I'm aware of it, and now I can bring myself down into neutral territory again. I had these lemons for like 2 weeks or so. I'll throw this bendy thing away too. 2 weeks. What's the deal with that? I haven't looked at them in like 2 weeks, and they turned from yellow to green. All right, I didn't really realize this before, but Walmart abbreviates the products that you buy at the self-checkout. So you're never quite 100% sure what you're buying. When I was checking out, I had this PULD that somebody scanned and then walked away, and then I just started buying my stuff, and I saw that the price looked a little high at $40 for 4 items. And I had 5 items on the screen. Everything that I bought is abbreviated, and I saw that PULD, and I was like, did I buy that? You know, it was like I couldn't say outright that I didn't buy it. I was not sure. I'm like, could it have been the honey? This organic honey? But I had to think about it. I think Walmart's able to scam people who buy at the self-checkout sometimes, and it could be by accident. Somebody else just come by and scan this PULD. So after seeing that the price looked a little high and I didn't know what PULD was, I had to stop. And I wish I would have shown the stuff I bought. I should be recording the stuff that I buy so you could see the abbreviations for everything, because you gotta think about what that abbreviation might mean. It's like a translation. It doesn't outright say the full description of what you buy, and so it can cause a lot of mistakes. Right, I'm moving south of Alexandria. Stopped in this forest. I was gonna stop at a park, but it cost $7. Something Indian something park, going south of our Alexandria, and whatever city next is, I guess. I think I'd like to stay here all day. I think I could probably get away with sleeping here at night if I desired. The Walmart is a long distance away from here south, so I want to stay somewhere overnight in between here and the next Walmart. I'm trying to decide. Alright, I just picked this off the pine tree. There's others too. I think I'll take those. It smells so good. This is aromatherapy, the sap off these pines. And I've picked sap off of pines in the past. This one's a slight, this one has its own unique, awesome smell. They all often have an appealing smell, this style of this tree. And I remember liking the sap in Idaho, the Idaho mountains as well. what this does. Oh, I forget the name. But this is different. This is actually smelling different. Then I go ahead and pick another piece off, and it doesn't smell as good on the same tree. It's weird how that develops. It's a science. Well, I never thought I would get a stick from South Louisiana, and a pine at that. This is not a pine. I've been carrying this. This is lighter. I got it a little bit thicker. It's perfectly straight. These pines get ponderosa. Is that a Louisiana ponderosa? But it was leaning. It dried out. I pulled out one little worm thing, eating the inner bark. It doesn't quite get into. Could also maybe use this too if I want it. But this wood is surprisingly strong and light. And I didn't think I would find anything useful in South Louisiana in the swampland, but I've been testing the strength of this thing. Feels good to me for what I need. So now I got a 7-footer, 2 7-foots, 2 6-foots, and 1 5-foot. I don't think I want to use it for a 5-foot. It would be strong enough, but I'll just stick with the 7. In this forest around me, I'm hearing something falling like every 10 minutes. There's constantly something falling off the trees. I will say, out of all my exercise sticks, one came from a shoot. The others are like dead fallen. Well, kind of shoots, pretty much shoots. They're not branches, that's for sure. I slept really, really good last night in this spot. Even though there's a highway that's you could hear it, so I wouldn't want to live here long term dealing with that noise. But the wind is blowing away from the highway anyway, so all I was getting was good, clean forest air, and I had no problems last night. A lot of those Walmart parking lots will mess me up because I'm smelling so much pollution from all the cars. That's part of my health problem right there. But out here, it's just been awesome. Can't stay here long term. My supplies are limited, but I can really reset myself knowing the standard for air quality being out here after being out here. I gotta reset myself often too. Ideally every night, but as often as I can. Having a spot like this is better than any hotel room. I think somebody might have set a fire in this area, but it wasn't really able to spread. It killed this tree. It didn't really spread very good because of all the puddles of water around here. Some trees have a charred base, some don't. The fire had to move around all the water spots. Fires don't do so good in the swampy areas. This tree got hit, but I don't see any evidence. A little bit of evidence of char on some of the surrounding trees. But there's just too many water pools to deal with for that fire. So the way I got this car set up is the way I like, but I mean, there are dangers inherent. If I ever had to escape out the passenger side for anything, if this driver's side got messed up in some way and I couldn't escape on this side, I would definitely be stuck inside. I'm a little curious, is the water safe to drink?
We're not offering it yet. I can give you a bottle of water if you'd like.
So I grabbed some water and put it in here out of the bathroom. Is the water safe to drink?
Yeah, it really is. They just haven't given us the go ahead to open up the fountains themselves.
So what's that? Is that because of COVID then? Oh, it's not the water issue? Okay, all right. Yeah, all right. All right, South Louisiana, kind of, I guess, heading towards Lake St. Charles for Bering, because I forget the name of this city. Oberlin, something. I stopped in this cemetery, because cemeteries are all that's marked on the Google Maps. So this one is kind of a hybrid of a cemetery and, I don't know, it's just an open land area. I decided to check out. It got me thinking and asking the question, are there any cemeteries that have the 10 Commandments posted? I don't think there's a single one. The 10 Commandments are for the living. Nobody would ever post those in a cemetery, right? So to replace gophers, there's like that mud bug that makes some pretty big holes. Wide, kind of tall. They get bigger as they go further south. I saw them in Texas a little bit. All this grass, I just kneeled in wetness. All this grass is so wet. But there's these holes like what gophers would do, but the gophers don't do so good in Louisiana conditions. So a different kind of creature is burrowing under the ground. Alright, so I saw this cemetery on the Google Maps, and it was one of the things I wanted to check out. Then I looked further down the road here, and there's a damn park type area, but that's not even marked on Google Maps. But I thought this is curious. He who overcomes shall inherit all things and will be his God, and he shall be my son. Even got its picture, but I've never seen anything like this. All these people are entombed in some kind of above ground caskets, so close to each other. Everything, well, mostly above ground, maybe some are under. And I wonder if I'm going to be seeing more of this heading further south. Is this a southern thing? 1870 to 1941. This is a long-standing practice. One's a little off on level, little off leveling, and there's a rodent that's been burrowing under there. And there's houses, people living with fenced-in yards, using extra protection coming down here, so that makes me a little concerned. Bernice Ballard, Big Mama, just died, and she has her fresh cemented is that a sarcophagus? And it looks like there's depression of soil. It's for some of these natural depression from a loose ground, possibly animal activity. Very curious. So yeah, they're all pretty much, oh, then somebody took the tombstone and put it on two of this, I think they're called sarcophaguses. Just laid it on top of two. That's different. So yeah, this just caught my eye, and I just wanted to check it out. It's a very unique cemetery. Very similar to that one in California, that they had that scary movie, that they held that scary movie at. We got a old book here for James Jamal. Or is this a book? It's actually just a wooden paper. It's just a picture. Dinosaur for Raheem. Alright. Alright, just as I get out, this spot does smell like piss. People were peeing here, just as I was actually tempted to do. I gotta move. Well, I had to get out and see. This almost looks like a tombstones. Oh, this is for a picnic table. There's seats in the table. This has cheaply been designated as a picnic area. But yeah, where I parked, it smells a lot like pee. Not a good spot. I don't want to be hanging out right there. Can't really go back any further. This area probably gets washed out so much that they've given up on it. Probably gets overflowed because it only has to rise a few feet, and it's falling in. This spot is falling into the river. It's a rapid movement. They used to have a dam. Well, they kind of have a dam here. It's overflowed though. I guess I just want to get away from that pee, so I just maybe back up. I don't want to be getting in and out of my car and stepping on pee spots. Could be gators living in these waters. It's kind of a fast moving water. I don't think they would like that. But they maybe a gator fish. You can see I'm kind of parked close to the erosion area, but I just tried to step on the edge and it seems pretty sturdy. I'll take the risk for the day. Yeah, I smell pee over here too. I think they might get quite a few visitors. People just kind of pee wherever because it's a bit of a wild park. So people are likely here like last night. Still got a red glow to it. At the entrance, they're freely burning right at the entrance of this place. Signs are not too popular. No SS Ners Ein. It's a little bit more readable here. No glass containers. Okay, it's a simple. Seems almost unnecessary. That's what the other sign says. All shot up. $200 fine for glass containers. And what's the deal with this? This looks like it's been here a while. Homeless encampment. Yeah, definitely got rained a lot. MREs. Pot. Chair. Stuff. Another tent. This is a good pot. That's a pretty good pot, actually. Can opener. Crackers. These crackers are generally good. What? Still sealed? What is this? Lemon poppy. This is pretty tasty. I shouldn't be eating it. It's not good for me. Another crackers? Why wouldn't they take the crackers? You know, these are good. This has got to be pretty recent. Why would people pass on these?